Welcome back, everyone. This is part 4 of the King's Castle. King James along with Blair Chopin. And we're going to switch gears a little bit here. Because as you know, last week we started the chain restaurant bracket.
Presented by State Farm.
Right. So, just to give you guys an update, last week we did have one undecided match between Chipotle and Papa John's.
Chipotle.
And
Chipotle.
we decided, based on a conversation we had during the break, that Papa John's wins by default.
Yeah. So what happened was we got feedback from the fans, and it was kind of dead even with our feedback. So I gave that one to James, and he is going to have to give me the next one we talk about. And we got a doozy of a matchup early on.
Oh, really?
It's Cracker Barrel taking on Golden Corral.
This is really, really tricky. Now, as I noted last week, I'm not that big a fan of Cracker Barrel, personally.
Can you tell the people why?
No.
I think you need to tell. Because,
No.
I mean, a lot of people are fans of Cracker Barrel, and I've got a lot of messages saying, why is the King not a fan? So can you tell the people?
Well, I don't want to upset anyone, so
Well, I mean,
so I'd rather not say why.
I think you have to. I think you owe it to our fans.
I just think they put a little too much in there, combined with the restaurant. I mean, it's not as easy to get around that general store, to be honest.
So you're saying the general store is too crowded. There's too many whoopee cushions and Andy Griffith memorabilia and jelly beans, and you're just like, and you're like, just give me space to eat.
Exactly.
And what do you think of the wait staff there?
Blair, it's a family show. I don't want to say anything.
Would you describe the wait staff as attractive?
Well, not quite, but close.
Whoa, James! But close. So, how would you describe them? As older or younger?
Okay. We're not doing this. Cut.
Oh, no cut. So who are you picking? Cracker Barrel or Golden Corral?
Golden Corral, God help me.
Well, actually, I like both of these.
God help me, boy.
I like both of these restaurants, James. I mean, Cracker Barrel, you get a home cooked breakfast and dinner there. They got a great gift shop full of jelly beans and everything. And Golden Corral, all you can eat, not eat at all. But I'm gonna pick Cracker Barrel, and I have tiebreaker privileges over you, so I'm gonna use it. And Cracker Barrel's going on to the next round.
Okay.
Our next matchup, I think we had O'Charlie's advancing over Panera, right?
I believe so. Yes.
So we got O'Charlie's versus Papa John's. Kind of a close call for me.
Yeah, it is, because Papa John's is more than just pizza. They're also salads and subs, as are most pizza places nowadays.
That was the worst point you've ever made.
But I will say, from a comfort perspective, Old Charlie's is more the classy 5-star experience. And as we pointed out last week, they have a good deal in Free Pie Wednesday, and you can't turn down Free Pie Wednesday. So Old Charlie's.
Wait. So you made a point for Papa John's that they have subs and salads, which I think every pizza restaurant has.
Yeah.
And then you said O'Charlie's was, quote, a 5-star restaurant, which I don't think is true at all.
Well,
there's no way O'Charlie's is a 5-star restaurant.
Well, Blair, you do have to remember we did have a gentleman who works at Old Charlie's as our first guest co-host.
I know Kevin. He's a very nice guy. And I think Kevin would agree that he does not work in a 5-star restaurant. But with that being said, I'm going with O'Charlie's because they have free pie.
Yes, I agree.
All right, let me see which matchup we got next. This is turning into very interesting. We got Chili's, and I think we had Chili's versus Chuck E. Cheese, right? Because we kind of punished the Cheesecake Factory for being too expensive.
Right.
So Chili's and Chuck E. Cheese. I think this is the easy one. I'm with Chili's on this one.
Me too. And
because Chuck E. Cheese is kind of the worst.
Well,
I mean, good childhood memories there.
Well, they're not really a restaurant. They're more of an arcade.
Yeah, they're an arcade and a restaurant because they have pizza, but they have a damn weasel-looking rat thing as their mascot, and it's just like he walks around and he scares all the children. Like,
hey, Chucky's not scary.
I think Chucky is scary. Chucky scared the crap out of me when I was a kid.
Oh, really?
Yeah. All right, if you had to meet if you didn't want to meet one restaurant mascot in a dark alley, I think it's Chucky from Chuck E. Cheese. Or Colonel Sanders. Who knows what the heck Colonel Sanders would do to you? By the way, James, we need to get your opinion on this.
Okay.
This is restaurant related. So, and I hate to dwell into politics, but this isn't that deep of a dive. There was a picture posted of Donald Trump and he had KFC in front of him, but he was holding a knife and a fork with KFC.
Mm-hmm.
Should you ever eat fried chicken with a knife and fork?
Well, that depends. If you're eating fried chicken by itself, then heck no. But if you're eating fried chicken with mashed potatoes and gravy, yeah.
Well, yeah, I mean, you would want to use a fork for the mashed potatoes, but all he had was fried chicken. I think this man's out of touch with the American people. He might leave the state of Kentucky now.
Well, again, as you mentioned, this is not a political show, so.
But we're on team eat fried chicken with your hands.
Exactly.
Come on, Donald, you're fired.
We need to not only make America great again. We need to make KFC popular again.
You realize? Hold on. This is a fun fact, James. KFC is the most popular restaurant in China.
Ooh.
You did not know that, and that rocked your world.
I did not know that.
So, I knew that because...
I thought McDonald's was the most popular restaurant in China.
No, it's KFC. My brother went to China, and they would see him, and first of all, my brother is 5'9", and they would all take pictures with him because he was so tall. And then he would tell them that he lived in Kentucky, and they'd all say, "Oh, Kentucky Fried Chicken!" Which is a terrible impression, and I'm sorry to our Asian fans, but KFC...
By the way, ni hao out there if you're watching. That's hello in Chinese for those of you that don't know.
That was fairly impressive. All right. But moving on, before we get in more trouble, we've got a Jimmy John's Shoney's matchup. I'm going to Shoney's. Come on. Get out of here, Jimmy John's.
And you know what? Given my history with Shoney's, as I mentioned last week, I have to agree.
Oh, man. We're in the Final Four of the East region. Let's go ahead and finish the East region.
All right.
You've got Cracker Barrel, who's had a great run here, against O'Charlie's.
I hate to do it, but I gotta go with O'Charlie's.
Well, Cracker Barrel's a great place. There's a gift shop that everyone loves with jelly beans and Andy Griffith DVDs.
You're gonna choose Cracker Barrel, aren't you?
There's very sexy waitresses, and
oh,
you can play that one game that you play over and over again, and
I'm really gonna be in trouble with that one later.
But for the good of the show, I will go with O'Charlie's because of the pie.
Okay, God help me, I'm so sorry, Cracker Barrel.
Cracker Barrel, if any of you are waitresses at Cracker Barrel and you would like to call James, I'm pretty sure his phone number is 704. Not.
Don't get my phone number out of the way. Don't do that.
This is great video. All right, our other final.
You want me to have a panic attack while I'm on the web?
Our other Final Four matchup in the East region, we've got Shoney's, and Shoney's is taking on Chili's. Tough one. This is a tough one.
This is a toss-up, because I'm friendly with both of those restaurants.
You are. You've been a friend of Chili's for a long time. In fact, they've often called you Chili Willy.
No, they haven't.
They have America.
But here's the thing you need to consider. Even though there are still Shoney's throughout the southern states, the one here in North Carolina has been closed down for probably
I saw a Shoney's.
13 years. So for that reason alone, I'm going to have to go with Chili's.
Wait, hold on. I don't think that's a fair assessment. Okay, let's assume Shoney's is still in your life, and you can still get to Shoney's right down the road. Would you rather eat at Shoney's or Chili's?
I can't decide.
Well, let's look at what kind of man James Gibson is. Is James Gibson a breakfast man? He wants a spectacular breakfast, or is James Gibson he wants a wide variety of dinner foods kind of man?
And by the way, it's King James. I'd probably have to go with.
And another point is, how many places offer that good of a breakfast as Shoney's does?
You know what? I'm going to disqualify myself on this one.
You can't decide.
I can't pick.
Well, I'm going with Shoney's. I love the breakfast too much. I love a good breakfast more than I do a decent dinner, so I'm going to go with Shoney's. That means in our final, and who would have expected this for the East region? We've got Shoney's versus O'Charlie's.
This is a tricky one, dude. I know you love breakfast, but at the same time,
I love pie.
You can't turn away free pie.
Okay. So this question comes down to, I'm going to use kind of your logic here. Where would I'm out on the town with one of my friends or someone. Where would we rather go, Shoney's or O'Charlie's? I think we would rather go to O'Charlie's. I'm moving O'Charlie's on.
I agree.
So O'Charlie's is the winner of the East region?
Yes.
And we learned a lot here. We learned that James hates gift shops, hates happy people, and loves Cracker Barrel waitresses.
All right.
And we also learned that he was visibly torn over Shoney's.
Excuse me for saying this, but we need to take a little time out. So we'll be back with you shortly, so stay right there.